Area law enforcement will soon have access to more crime data than ever before, giving them a chance to crack bigger cases. CTN's Joe Nelson is here now with more on a recent announcement that could help Anoka County investigators bring more suspects to justice. Joe?
Yes, Steve, the Tri-County Regional Forensic Laboratory in Andover has only been doing DNA testing for about a year, but since then it's proved itself by identifying suspects and is now being internationally recognized.
I evaluate evidence for the presence of different biological fluids such as blood, saliva.
We test for suspected controlled substances.
From dusting for fingerprints to testing samples for DNA, the Tri-County Regional Forensic Laboratory for Anoka, Wright and Sherburne counties has been busy looking for clues to solve criminal cases that come in daily.
Our highest priority cases are the crimes against persons type cases, so your robberies, your crim sex, things like that. We get a lot of that. But we're also processing a lot of property crimes.
The lab opened in 2008 and since January has had about 200 cases involving DNA, nearly 600 drug cases, and nearly 200 with fingerprints left behind. With success in catching criminals and freeing others accused, Lab Director Scott Ford faced another mission.
When I was brought on, that was my sole purpose, was to get the laboratory through accreditation. We worked on it for a solid 2 years. The assessors came on site here the last week of March.
They go through all the standards, making sure we're doing what we say we're doing, and that meets up with their guidelines as well.
4 months after scientists from the Accreditation Board measured about 400 qualifications at the Andover lab, it's now approved, getting international recognition.
This is the biggest thing that's happened in the history of this laboratory. Getting internationally accredited is a well-recognized feat that a lot of laboratories are still working towards.
It also means access to the FBI's National DNA Database with information on criminals throughout the country.
A convicted felon in Maryland, for example, if they were in town here and committed a crime, potentially we could match this DNA profile to that DNA profile.
We're here to answer the questions that law enforcement has. Sometimes it's not the answer they want to hear, but it's the answer, and I love the fact that we are the unbiased party in this. We do the testing, and it is what it is.
We're doing casework that is making a difference and potentially either getting bad guys off the street or setting free people that haven't done anything wrong, and that's important.
The lab is the 4th in Minnesota to receive this international recognition. Ford says being accredited gives the lab more credibility and will build a stronger case when evidence is used in court. Steve?
All right, great. By the way, welcome. We're happy to have you here at CTN.
Yeah, thanks so much. Happy to be here and happy to be back in my home state of Minnesota, so I'm really excited about it.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.